Alright. So, OBS. I should also have Restream running. Hello, Chattybox. Please enter a message. Chat is ready to display messages, then why isn't OBS? Okay, there it is. Let's see, Telegram. Haha. Well, there's a little bit of a delay there. Maybe not too much. Okay, that's working. Broadcast. Why did it send it separately? Oh. Huh. Okay. I'll just keep it to one. Wow, that's a little loud in my ears. Let's see, how's that look? Desktop audio volume. Oh, okay, it's roughly the same. Cool. One viewer. Hello, Flash. What's Restream say? Refresh. One viewer on Picardo, none on YouTube and Twitch. Yep, I figured I'd just go on mic because that's easier. Particularly since the chat tends to hit up everything at once. What the heck? Yeah, okay. Let's see, I've got Aster. I could work more on pedal. I should probably name this something other than cube. That would be head. And that cube would be body. Plane 01. Oh, that's her hair. Plane 001 is her shirt. Yeah, I'm using YouTube Audio Library's library in the vain hopes that YouTube won't flag my stream, even though it always flags my stream whether I'm using legit music or not, because it's dumb and they don't care about their users. Sphere is eyes. Okay. Now that I know what everything is, whoops. No, eyes. I know what everything is. I can actually hide the shirt. Yeah, well, I didn't do much on her bust yet. Actually, I may have just built it too far forward. I don't know. Boobs are weird, man. But do I want to work on her, or on figuring out why none of these actually line up. It's just this one, I think. Turn off lockbox. There we go. Lockbox. Okay. It's like she meets the top of this one, and she meets the top of this one. This is about right too. It's just this one view that's off. Let's switch back to that one so I can just see the views. See, she should be 2 units from the top for the top of her head on all of them, I think. Maybe 2.5. Off. Yeah, she's 2.5, 2.5. Actually, that one's a little bit off. So for the front view, I just need to adjust the height, I guess, the size slightly. Maybe lower it a little. That's better. That's actually way better. I think I do that for the back view a little bit too, though it's only half as bad. Oops, not side to side. There we go. All the views. I don't know. Is anyone else on here? No. Doesn't look like it. Where's the restream dashboard? See, if I leave YouTube on, there's a chance that PD shows up to it. Social alerts. You know what I need is a restream URL that actually. Is there a URL for Restream? It links to all my things. Multi-streaming. Oh. Actual. Oh, that's what it is. Yeah, I knew that. Anyways. Now that that's set right, this should be a little easier. Sure that compose key is off. Thank you. That will make things a little easier. Oops. Connected proportional edit. There we go. Need to make sure these outlines match. Oh. Well, you know, that's probably part of the problem right there. That shouldn't be the outer loop of that. That should. This actually needs to be up like this. And then pull this out. And I'm working in too much proportional editing now. Alright. Back to camera view. Wow, that is really annoying audio. Gosh, that's not much better. I get for telling it to play, you know, whatever. No. Just no. I didn't build this geometry very good. Hello, Vertex. Not that it really matters, because it's going to be under a shirt, but it's got to be right. to position the shirt right, because physics simulators are way smarter than I am. This is not actually that unusual. That is the wrong one. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of weird because it like looks ridiculous. Then you put the shirt on. It's like, okay, wait, that looks normal. Paint back. Anyways, and before YouTube banned me for having vague cartoon boobs. Well, that's actually quite a bit better. Actually, now that I think about it, look at that. See if we can smooth this out. All right. And then fix everything else that was built to the wrong scale because wasn't paying attention. Of course, I have to do a lot of fixes on the arms anyways. Can I force this thing to show wireframe, please? Thank you. Optimal. There we go. Yeah, because this should be more like this. To match the drawing. Alright, and sculpting is such a nice shortcut when it works. I don't rely on it to work at all, which is why I start with box modeling. Can you hear me over the music okay? It's at full volume in my ears, but I've got it turned down for the stream, so I can't tell whether it's appropriate or not. So, grab, there we go. Yeah, this is not what the geometry for... What the geometry for arms is supposed to look like, actually. Okay. Or for her torso, for that matter. That's not right. Put that back where I found it. Please add another line there. Thank you. How did I not have... Maybe that other one is just back too far. The bane of CG modeling, you don't realize how much time you're going to spend staring at crotches just to get the character not to have weird legs. Like, I was like, why would you care that much about the crotch? Well, otherwise it looks like... Music's pretty loud? Alright, turn that down some more. Our model needs more effeminate limbs. Probably means I need to finish the limbs. Unless Nova was talking about the hips, which is certainly possible. Well, one thing, when this is done, the mesh density will be a little bit higher. Well, actually a lot higher. There should be another loop there. For example, one thing you usually do in CG is have 3 loops at the at any joint, like a knee. Even without tweaking, it creates a little bit of a sharpness to the joint, but just by adding that much, and it actually starts to look like she's got a knee. I mean, I could go through here and sculpt beautiful kneecaps, but I mean, this is going to be on, you know, fairly lo-fi projection when we're done with it, so. Yeah, well, like I said, there's a lot of tweaking that needs to be done. Boobs are looking better though. Still a little blocky. It is amazing how much even the tiniest change here will affect things. It looks so ridiculous from that angle, but not from not from the other angles. That looks a little much, but yeah. Actually, that's not on any of the model sheets, so we can bring that in. Problem with the model sheet is you can have sort of a cubish shape that's still fits model. Yeah, okay, this is off. It needs to come in a little, I think. There. It's a little better. And yeah, sculpting does not create any geometry though. What did I do here? None of this looks right. Oh, there's an edge loop there. That's why it looks weird. Probably shouldn't be. Oh well, I'm gonna fix it now. Yeah, I mean, it's all gonna be covered with fabric for the most part. I have been had people say, you know, you shouldn't have to do, you know, be so concerned with how your characters are built. Whoops. Like, if it's a mascot, who cares? It's a mascot for people who care. No, she is really shiny, and that's kind of throwing things off. She's got a material. Use nodes. Material? Ooh. It's a little better. Wait a minute. That's fine, that's fine. This should be something else. How about something a little darker? And yeah, base color, darker. Fairly high on the specular. Oh, that's not going to really make much difference here, is it? Italics, not really. Oh. Can't tell what this actually means. That's tint, okay. Viewport color. Right, anyways. Yeah, when you don't have the super ultra high gloss, it looks a little less like you coated her with car wax. Someone, actually someone in the industry I was looking at, who saw my work on, of all things, read-a-roo. Because I was adding boobs to the kangaroo, but they're like, you can't even tell when she's properly dressed. Speaking of, which this is wrong. better. I am not going to do boob physics, though. We are not making a dead or alive beach volleyball game. Ooh. Sculpting went a little crazy here again. But that's to be expected. As I'm sure Judy Hopps does not have any modeled physique like that, but who cares? Yeah, this is a really low resolution mesh still for the. You can see how that knee now actually kind of looks like a knee. I'm going to do that basically to all of the. See, pull that in a little like that. You actually have something that looks roughly knee-ish. We are the knights who say knee. Really? I wish I could play it, but wait until Overture. Okay, that's really long. Let's skip that. I mean, yeah, and it's kind of funny because for human characters, it's like, oh yeah, of course you have to. As soon as you get into cartoons, it's like, whoa, what are you doing? Like, you know what? I bet her back is too far forward. Yeah, it looks like it. Oh, that's the grab brush. I don't want to do the. That's a little much, but yeah, because her entire back is supposed to come further back, according to the model, anyways. That'll help me with her shoulders. Which this is a little ridiculous right here. So I was going to try to do with the okay. You know, I was actually going to work on Aster, and then I was just like, well, I could fix this, and I could fix this, and I could fix this. I mean, of course, also she's the skinniest possum on the planet, because possums are possums are actually pretty chunky animals. And they're wedge-shaped. So they must be related to circles. Alright, now that I've got her head drawings placed correctly, I can actually do her eyes correctly. Oops. I barely need to move the whole thing, possibly only just a little bit. actually looks pretty cute. Let's do it by edge line. Okay, that's what I want, is to pull each of these little ones. That's really hard to see where I drew that. I should have drawn a sharper drawing. Alright, so midpoint here is outer edge here. I've got a little shorthand going for. So this is going to be the front. Turn that off. Which means the middle here. Is like this pattern where the middle of one is the outer edge of the other. That seems to get it correct as far as and the back edge of each is usually practically hidden behind the eye. Can I backface cull this? That would be nice. Doesn't affect the wire. Okay, well, whatever. Okay, bottom corner. Hide it behind the eye. Then middle here becomes the outer corner there. Probably going to be simulated, but could, yeah. Oh, I could simulate the hair, or I could actually, it doesn't have to be a hair simulation like I've got here. I could actually make it a rendered, you know, just chunk hair, like polygons like the rest of it, which for would actually look toonier. Might not be that bad. Alright. Middle of that part of the eye, and the front of this part. Or am I looking for this piece? Yeah. Can I just mark that? And then I can see it everywhere? No, of course not. I really don't want it to hide that part of the view. I know how to fix it. Out of almost 1,500 tracks, and it's picked one in the same page. Well, I did tell it to be random, so. I could always just turn that on. That'll be a little easier to see. That is actually the segment I'm looking for. I think. Can I just make that a crease? Will that'll actually crease it? That's technically the corner of her eye, but I think I actually want to crease the next one down to make it angular. Alright. So that one should be almost behind it there. And this one is the actual front here. And then for the front, this one should be the middle. So there it is. So we just need it to be pulled forward. Pull that on forward too while I'm at it. I think this is... That's actually the eyelid piece. I don't know what that other thing is. Means this needs to be further out. Bad. So that's going to be the sharp edge, and then this, whatever is on the opposite corner. This one right here. The bottom inside corner, that's also a sharp edge. Yeah, but let's see, how far do they actually intersect? They're not actually that big here. It's pretty cool. Turn that off. Now let's turn off that piece so we can actually see the part I'm doing here. I mean, yeah, they do, So, this is the actual eyeball in here. I actually built the eye socket. I'm not really sure why, because as long as it's behind the sphere that the computer uses to draw the eye, it doesn't really matter. At least you should, unless it's an owl, you shouldn't see the inside of the eyeball part. I saw something, I don't know if it was on YouTube or what, that apparently owls have such large eyes that it's just sort of connected with the ear canal. It evolved the bone out of the way. Alright, those eyes are starting to actually look like cartoon eyes. I like it. I'm gonna have to fix this cheek at some point. Why not now? See, this is where I always run an issue with characters. You've got all this geometry that's perfectly spaced everywhere else, And then you get to the part with between the mouth and the cheek, and it's just a mess. Because everything that needs to... Again, she doesn't have to be smiling. I just did that to match the drawing. Oh, that looks weird. Alright. This is going to be mass, so it does not need to be that close in. Neither does this one. Actually, none of this does. Should have pulled it out when I made them. And I'm sure everyone who was looking at the previous stuff was just like, oh, that looks weird. Like, why does her mouth look like that? 'Cause it's not done! Excuse me, I got a little, what's it, Christopher Lloyd there. It's a science experiment! Put the hair back on. Bing! Yeah, see, hair is gonna take a lot to render. Woo! Hello. That lighting is weird. World. Let's have something in better in here. How about a sky? Do we have a skyish texture? Sky texture. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's also... that's weird. Preetham. Whoa! Hello, bright. Can I turn this at all? That just makes it go sunset, doesn't it? With car to crash? Alright, well there's another way to do this besides that. Environment texture. Open. Grab one of these free non-commercial things. Pick something that looks okay. Is it loading? Alright, here we go. You've probably seen this on some of my other models because you know, this is the easiest way to do real lighting for a... Ooh. That's weird. Why is it doing that? That definitely doesn't seem right. Mirrorball? Like rectangular? There is supposed to be... That's weird. I don't know why the background isn't showing up there. It's supposed to. World background. Show me the world. We are the world. Definitely doesn't look right. Maybe oh, did I pick the wrong one? Pretty sure that's right. Texture coordinates. Generated? No. Window? Reflection? That's definitely not right. UV coordinates? Okay, now I'm confused. I gotta look up how I did this. File. Oh, where's the other blender instance? There we go. Alright. Is this it? Alright, that's got one on it. How's this hooked up? World, background, environment, texture, equirectangular. That's precisely what I've done. I don't understand. That's, well, let's put this back to equirectangular. Projection, cubic, closest, linear, and so, oh, let's try something else. That's bizarre. Why is it like that? Look at the exact texture here. Alright, it's using this specific one. Maybe it's just that file. Nope, it's just dumb. Environment texture, open, HDR. Let's go back to number 5, since it doesn't seem to matter which one I use. And I don't get anything. Literally no difference here. Preferences, system. Yeah, maybe it's just because I got, because this wasn't open before. Back to Aster and close. Save. Just restart Blender completely. Oh, because it's using the camera. That makes sense. Her ears wound up a lot bigger. Oh well. Max will be happy with that, I think. Let's see how that looks. Well, it's tiny is how it looks. And also her shirt her boobs are sticking through her shirt now because I didn't modify the shirt afterwards. That's easy to fix. Shirt. That was quite a bit of increase there, actually, that we did, but she needed it. I wonder if I could just re-drape that shirt. Think about it. What are these still keyed to? I don't think I have anything still keyed in this system. There is no modifier for that to be keyed on. Timeline. Okay. Cloth, collision, play. That's actually still shrinking. Looked like it did. That's weird. It really shouldn't be. Let's make it cotton. Sure, why not? What's dimensions? It is 3 blender units. Blender units, way I've done it here is about 4 inches tall. Okay, don't need to worry about the surface. Let's see. That's fine. That's weird. Why does it look like that's skewing? Oh, it's falling through her back. That's why. Fix that real fast. They did also change the position of her back. Also, cloth should apply above the solid. There we go. That's way better. Yep, that's good. Apply and delete physics. I never announced the stream. Well, thanks everyone who found it. Yeah, that probably needs a different fabric. New, let's do principled, I don't know, maybe pink, whatever. Pink shader. There does not really need to be any subsurface scattering. So, let's just turn that off. Preview. Wow, that is really shiny. It's cloth, it's not gonna be like that. It will have a sheen though. It has some vector too. But if it does, the roughness is gonna be way up. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're not gonna mess with subsurf. That will slow it way down. That's looking cute. Hey, just for fun. Material. Let's switch that to a principled. Get a little gray. Turning and turn the specular off. I'm gonna wrap this up, but I'm gonna add some subsurf to that. Cool. And suddenly she looks like she's actually a character. Alright, and I can actually do something with her hair too. First off, where's the shading part of this? Render, don't render the emitter. Secondly, this you know, I could do a hair BDSDF, but I think instead what I want, if I have it, let's save file. If I remember where I put it, desktop, old desktop. Old desktop? No. Where is it? I have a file called friendly. Actually, I think that's it. Friendly? No tree. There you are. Good old friendly BDSF. Alright, add a friendly. We're gonna use that instead of the hair shader. I just added like 3 billion shaders to her hair, but let's see what it looks like with default settings. I don't remember how I had it set up. What it's gonna look like is the render slowing way down when it runs into her hair. Actually, not so much. That's not bad. There's a little bit of slowdown, yeah. I wonder if her hair needs to be thicker. See what happens. Everyone's so quiet. Not muted. Ah, now we've got something that looks kind of like solid hair. Actually, a little too chunky. And I forgot to set it to curves. Whoops. 0.05. Render. Where's the sampling? No. Somewhere in here there's this thing to set. How the hair is drawn. I can't. Maybe it's in here. Yeah. There's somewhere where it's. I have to tell it that's going to be curves. And I don't remember where it puts it. That might be enough. Let's see what it looks like. This is all assuming that I actually go with the hair rendering and not just like a slab hair. Yeah, that's definitely looking better. It still has those weird highlights. Alright, I can probably turn that background image off for the moment, or at least down. Where are the hair settings? Custom properties? No. To the Google. Blender cycles hair curve. Cycle, okay. Cycles hair ending. I'll stop that. Particle tab, presets. Nope. What? Or is under rendering? Not there. Geometry? Aha, here we go. This is what I'm looking for. Curved segments. That's all I need. The rest of this can go back the way I found it. The rest of this is already back the way I found it. I can turn off B-spline. There we go. Nice smooth hair. With an incredible amount of noise. Oh wow, that's really bright. I didn't want that effect. But now we know she can go Super Saiyan. That's good character development there. Turn that back on. What's the render time on this animation? It's over 9,000! Yeah, I'm gonna set this back to use a strand render. And go throw out the border render. There we go. Render the whole thing. I don't know why that made it so noisy though. Probably just because there's way too few passes on that. 5, 5. Branch path. Preview. Let's try that again. I can always turn on the denoiser, which just puts a filter on the render, but I'd like it to actually work. Who knows, maybe the new version of Blender won't even have this issue, because it's got a completely different hair shader. Alright, let's just to make it look... Turn that on. Oh, you can't see half the noise that's on the hair from the stream, but let me... Ah, wow, look, that cleans it up so much when it goes back and does the denoising pass. All those sparkles just turn into little streaks in the hair. It's beautiful. Come on, finish it up. Hello, hair glitter. I do like the glitter look, though. If that was what it was going for. Here, view 1-to-1. Here, I know you're gonna want to capture that flash, so I'm gonna just go ahead and grab that. This is good clothing to be wearing when you're on the farm with a whole bunch of bugs and stuff. Well, actually, I guess if she's a possum, she just eat the bugs, so that's actually not that bad. Alright. Anyways, enough of that. Back to previous. World background off. Doing some of the actual basic editing I'm supposed to be doing, like giving her elbows. This definitely isn't right. That is really noisy. Let's try that again. Why is it doing that? I really hate when you do this manually. Probably just because there's not enough subdivisions here. Whee! Littlest tweaks. Maybe I don't need to do the thumb this way. Let's do it on a different way. don't know what that did. Because the other thing I can do is just fake the turn here. And both methods actually work. Is the weird part. Like, that's getting noisy. Like, you can build it with a 90-degree turn in it, or you can just bend it around, which I think is what I'm going to do here. Like that. And then put, you know, where the thumb is actually supposed to be on the model. This isn't actually going to look like a hand without a whole bunch of little subdivisions in here. Like that. I wonder what happens if I bevel these as a whole. I'm not sure that's actually the best plan. I'm gonna try it. Doesn't seem to have hurt much. Actually, it looks like that created webbing in the fingers, which is useful. Just separate things a little bit with a smooth function here. Go back in and tweak it. Wow, when did her fingers get that flat? Gotta have some knuckles here. Pedal and ester and knuckles. So yes, Sculpt Smooth just separates those real fast, much faster than doing it myself. Yeah, that's weird that got that stuck together like that. But anyways, easily fixed. Just drag down. All sorts of little tweaks to do. Anywhere there's a joint, you add more loops. So, for example, there. Let's just work. I know you're working from the model sheet, so let's just work like this. Got kind of a butt cheek, not really, but what's going on with the mesh? That's just part of the shader, I guess. Well, we gotta fix a whole bunch of that anyways. That actually gives us more of a crease here, which is good. This is probably going to need to be scaled and pulled out. It doesn't look quite right otherwise. Tweaky tweaky. Whoa. Anywhere there's a joint, there's... Whoops. I keep wanting to put on music I like, but I can't because YouTube. Alright, I mean, stuff isn't bad, it's just nothing I know at all. There's really no catchiness specific to it. Stuff like this, yeah, duh. This is added to add an extra toe there so that she actually has 4. But then you gotta be like careful that it doesn't look like you just welded a toe on the side of the foot, since that's exactly what you actually did. Actually, she's starting to look a lot like my other models, which isn't a bad thing, it's just kind of funny. Like, oh look, she's got the same legs I spent hours building on a different character that I probably could have just copied from. Since that's almost a stylistic aesthetic that I'm used to. Oops. Adding these little slopes was a nice touch when I was starting to extrude these, but not necessary now that they're finished, which means round them off so that she's actually got toe tips, little roundy toe tips. So I will need to do that with the slant here too. I don't know. Let's see. Nice. This definitely has to move up. This sort of tweaking could be done pretty much forever, but I just want to make sure it looks good. The rest isn't so important. Like, right now the reason they're rounded is there's a subdivision surface, but really they should just be rounded because that's how I modeled them, which I will get to eventually. Little things like, you know, she's anthro, so her pinky finger does actually have to be smaller than her other fingers, ideally. At least shorter. Little trick I did here, which this was just from like staring at my own hands and going, whoa, I have hands now. Well, I thought I did that trick here. I must have. Okay, yeah. The index finger is actually coming out of the side of these 3 panels. Oops, not that one, the other one. Okay, extruded here, extruded again, and slanted it, and pulled the index finger out there. I'm not actually sure it was right, but but if you look at the way your own fingers crease, that's actually kind of correct. So there should be another piece here that I'm not sure why I didn't do, but whatever, it's a possum. It doesn't have to be that perfect. And that's not how the bones grow, but that's how the folds in your hand grow, and since what I'm modeling is flesh here, that's fine. Have you gone to bed yet, Flesh? No. We were both supposed to be in bed a half an hour ago. Different beds. Edge slide. Thank you. So, you know, eventually I go through and add edge loops here. Because there shouldn't be rectangles, as I recall. I seem to remember someone telling me that, and it sounded legit, so... So subdividing these helps with that. Also gives you more geometry to... Profound tweaks. Is that like a paradigm shift? Delete those 6 faces, and that takes off the soft edge, so we actually have a sharp edge there for her neck. Eventually I have to make the inside of her mouth too. Now that these are roughly correct. Bevel them and I get actual knuckles, which then makes everything look weird, but we can fix that. I know it doesn't look like Knuckles yet, but if you grab the center of each of these, eventually I have to subdivide these in the other direction though, because they're not supposed to be square. Grab each of these and drag them up just slightly. Then we start to get Knuckles. Also, bump that up a notch. Doesn't really look like that yet, but I'll also do stuff like, you know, extrude and scale that section. Start to give wrinkles to the palm. That's weird. Why is it sticking up like that? That's... Huh. Interesting. Well, hey, if Open Subdiv looks better, I'll use it. Why not? I like it. What the difference is? Doesn't look like it makes much of a difference to the actual mesh. We do have to consider how much of a pouch she needs to have at some point. It's actually just done, pretty much. I don't know. Actually, possum pouches aren't really built like that either. They That might be okay. Really, it should be that drag down, that drag down, and then these, like that. But then this pulls closer. I need to pull back so much. I don't know. Just scrap that for now. It's easy to build. Wow, that takes a lot of the subdivision. 90% of it right there. That's not divide any of the arm. One loop, that's it. It's fine. Nothing really needed. Did I fix that? Oh well. What do I got as far as meshes go? Anything interesting? I got monkey. I could give her a monkey earring. That'd be kind of not that big. Sure, why not? New glass, green, glass, red. What is the index of refraction of sapphire? Which I'm assuming ruby will be the same. Actually, let's see. Ruby and sapphire. Ruby is 1.7. Sapphire is 1.7. What a surprise! They're the same mineral, just different colors. With emerald. Yeah, 1.5. No. 1.7 it is. Oh, whoops, I've been using the camera view this whole time. I didn't mean to do that. See how she looks. I'm gonna have to make her some pants too, but they're... Skin shader works really well. And blender heads are gonna be like, oh my gosh, that's Suzanne! Everyone's gonna be like, I don't need piercings. At some point I have to do her mouth. I don't know. That's not looking better. I don't want to put the pouch back in, but let's try it a little differently this time. Also, this needs to have another... That's good. That is exactly where her pouch is supposed to be. change how this lies a little bit. Yep, that works. Cool. But that's a little low. It might be a little low. It didn't look like it on the drawing, but yeah, it's... I, how did I separate that twice? I think I've already done that part. Little much. Why? Really shouldn't. Just gotta smooth it out some. Pull these down. For that to come out further there. I should probably be asleep by now. Maybe we have a marsupial in the chat. That's good. Still looks weird. Like the edge is too sharp, which... Probably because the edge is too sharp. I don't know. Really subtle stuff. Does stream have any updated stats for me? Oh, viewers on everywhere. Cool. Who's watching? I suppose we could actually check my chat and see if anyone has. Oh, there's like 5 people in my Twitch chat, but only one person besides me is watching. No, oh well, one of them's a restream bot, of course. Huh. No one said anything, so I didn't know. Alright, well, I'm going to call it a night. It's a night. Also, I'm going to end the stream, go to bed. Chat with y'all next time. Same stream time, same snap time, same snap channel. Unless I want to listen to real music, in which case I'll only be on Picardo.